Have you ever met with representatives of the Russian government?
Over the course of my career, from time to time, I've spoken to groups of visiting lawyers and judges from foreign countries, and it's certainly possible there may have been Russian officials there, but I don't recall any such meetings, no.
Okay. When were you first in contact with the Attorney General about your nomination? Have you ever spoken to the Attorney General about the question of Russian contacts with presidential campaigns?
My first contact with Attorney General Sessions, I believe, was approximately November 28th, when I received a phone call from him. I don't believe I ever had any direct contact with Senator Sessions prior to that date. No, I've had no conversations with Attorney General Sessions about that matter.
About the Russian contacts?
Correct.
Okay. Is there any basis on which you would not be able to handle such these investigations, given that the Attorney General Sessions has announced his intention to recuse?
Senator, I'm not aware of any. I should tell you, of course, since I'm not involved in the matter, I don't know what, if any, investigation is currently ongoing within the department. So if I were confirmed, I would need to familiarize myself with the facts. I would need to consult with experts in the department. We have a complex set of rules and statutes that govern recusals. And so I'm not aware of any requirement for me to recuse at this time. But as a lawyer, Senator, I would have to know what it is I'm recusing from. And as a Department of Justice official, I'd have to rely on the advice I got from the career staff. We have folks who are trained to do just that.
I hope this next question is not an impossible one. How would you handle such an investigation? Have you ever discussed with the Attorney General the appointment of a special prosecutor to handle such an investigation?
Well, how I would handle an investigation, Senator, is the way I would handle any investigation. As far as I'm concerned, every investigation conducted by the Department of Justice is an independent investigation. We prosecute tens of thousands of people every year, and every one of those defendants deserves an independent prosecutor. And so I would be certain that we had independent investigators to conduct those investigations, along with law enforcement agents who are trained to conduct their investigations in an appropriate way and comply with the statutes, the regulations, the Constitution, and the policies of our law enforcement agencies. And so that's the way I would do that, Senator, with regard to the special counsel in this or other cases. I know this is the issue du jour on Capitol Hill, but I anticipate that if I were the Deputy Attorney General, we'd have a lot of matters coming before the department over time, and I would approach them all the same way. I would evaluate the facts and the law, consider the applicable regulations, consult with career professionals in the department, and then exercise my best judgment if I were acting Attorney General, or provide my best advice to the Attorney General if he were not recused about what I believe is the right course of action.
Yeah. How would you decide whether a special prosecutor would be appropriate in a particular department investigation?
Well, whatever it is, Senator, and there are various formulations of this. As was mentioned in the introduction, I was specially designated by Attorney General Holder to conduct a sensitive investigation. I wasn't technically a special counsel under that regulation, but the bottom line is, Senator, that it's my job to make sure that all investigations are conducted independently, and whether it's a law or a statute or some other mechanism, I would ensure that every investigation is conducted independently.